Blog Talk.
Blog Talk Radio.
No!
Yes. Welcome to the War Room. We got Dez, Kill, Jimmy, PJ, B. Austin, the Hot Block Commander. How you want it in a 1 or 2 hour show to keep the brain running with the premise to talk sports on a national level. Roll with the topic, sorta like the rebels. When it's game time, they like the Fab Five during prime time. Sports conglomerates treat their minds a little bit. For sports medicine and sports veterans and greats. The 4 for 26 toward the war in Kuwait. It's the War Room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.
I made it in life. I got theme music, sucker.
Back at.
What's good, War Room family? You are once again live in the War Room, brought to you by War Room Sports on the War Room Sports Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts. I'm the bull, Dev McMillan. I'm at the round table with my brothers. Got Jimmy the Blueprint and the bull, B. Austin. It's NBA All-Star Weekend, so we're going to try to lighten things up around here because I know the last couple of weeks been kind of a downer in this piece. But we're just going to give you our fun predictions of what's going to happen this weekend in Chicago. So you know what to do. Pull up a comfy chair, get your popcorn ready, and keep it locked right here in the War Room. And if you want to get in on the conversation, sign in right now to the By the Hood chat room at blogtalkradio.com/the War Room, or you can join us on Facebook or Twitter at War Room Sports. We'll also be taking calls on the Digital Extreme Tech Hotline. As usual, that number is 323-410-0012. But before we get started, you know we always got to give you this reminder. When we're not live on the air, just remember to check out archive episodes of our show. You can do that on our own network at warroomsports.com. You can do it on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, Blog Talk Radio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Whoever you and wherever you listen to podcasts, type in the War Room, and we're probably there. What up, bros? Jimmy, this is one of them weeks,
Yo,
man.
what's
what
really,
a
really
time to be alive when a stripper can fall off of a pole and raise over $35K for medical bills in less than 24 hours. What a time to be alive.
Salute to her, man. You know what I mean? And get well. You know what I'm saying? Because you provide an amazing service. Man.
Go hit up her GoFundMe. I'm not giving, but I can at least tell y'all to give. She took a bad one though. She's a professional, man. Because she fell. That had to be at least a 15-foot high fall. She broke her jaw. She broke some teeth. She had to get stitches under her chin. She severely sprained her ankle. And when she fell, she still got on both knees and kept it twerking. So salute to Janae Scott, man. She's a professional.
Legend.
Ain't that how Beyonce does? She trip on stage and she just keep it dancing. Like, let's go.
Yo, legend. Make sure that jaw worked, though. You know
yeah, you can't lose that.
Yo, legend. She's a legend.
Yo.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Salute to her, man. And salute to everybody that gave, man, because that's what y'all want to do. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's 2020. That's what we doing in 2020, man.
You think that's what y'all want to do? Yo, it's crazy, man. I really don't think if I did a GoFundMe for anything, I don't think I can get more than $65. She got $35K in 24 hours.
Yo, because you gotta have some footage to go with it though. Now, if you got something that happened to you, you got some footage. If you ain't doing it for the culture, you can't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the footage though. If she just put a picture up, she wouldn't have got the footage though.
She just got the same, she just did her job. She just did it digitally. This is what she usually does. People just give her money to do what she do, because of some live footage. Yeah, so shout out to her, man. She might not have to go back to the club physically. She could dance in the crib and put up GoFundMe.
If she got $35K in 24 hours, she got that for more than just only her fans. Don't even ask how.
Oh,
yo,
Don DeMarco. She I checked earlier because I'm concerned. She was almost up to 38K. No, she was past 38K, and that was a 3-day count. So it slowed down enormously, but she gonna get 40K. She only asked for 20. So again, shout out to her, man. All right, man. Let's jump in. Let's jump right into these hot topics, man, because we got somewhere to be this weekend. We trying to get the hell up out of here. So hot topic.
You ain't never lied.
Brought to you by my bookie. You guys, y'all can make tons of bread sports betting at my bookie. I'm talking to you, Big Nah. It's NBA All-Star Weekend.
Don't bet 50 Cent, cuz.
Right, so if you still haven't checked out my bookie, this is the perfect time to do it. You can lay down some cash on the biggest games in sports, even prop bets on everything happening during NBA All-Star Weekend. So join us now. Thousands of other online players place bets at mybookie.ag. You guys are tired of getting a runaround when it's time to collect your bets. We urge you to give it a try. You win, they pay. No hassle. You're wasting your time sports betting anywhere else, especially when you're only betting less than $1. They even have in-game live betting so you can place wagers after the game starts. So join now, and my bookie will match 50% of your first deposit up to $1,000. Just use the promo code WARROOM, all caps, one word, to activate this offer. Visit mybookie.ag today. Play, win, and get paid. That's all you got to do. All right, so have y'all seen the Antonio Brown apology tour has made another stop in Pittsburgh. The latest person that he's apologizing to is his former quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. Of course, this happens on social media, so on IG. He had a picture of Ben, like, tapping him on the back of the helmet, smiling like they just made a play or something. So the caption says, "Mostly you, a little bit of me. Yee yee. I never realized how good I had it. Got caught up in my emotion with everyone coming after me. I really apologize for my actions. Sincerely, man. It's never been another connection like what we done in the past decade. I appreciate you. Sincerely, AB."
FOH. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not gonna work.
Yo, like, I know what it is that we do, and like, we're some of the best journalists in the business, some of the best media personalities, but there's certain people, I can't lie to y'all, man, from a conscience standpoint, I don't want to have to talk about your man Adrian Broner. I don't want to have to talk about Floyd. I don't want to give shine to AB at this point, man, because on two levels, man, either I feel like in a way, no matter what I'm doing, I feel like I'm Richard. There's some Richard Ridery in there by talking about him, or B, speaking of the mental health concerns that we do have for our community and our brothers and sisters, yo, I'm concerned. Like, Bull's legit crazy.
It's
like, I'm not being politically correct.
You
like,
brought up Adrian Broner too. It's crazy that two of the, most loud personalities that burn bridges in sports, their initials are both AB.
Something about that. Mine is BA. I'm the opposite. I'm concerned, man. I like. There's a part of me that wants to throw him in the Adrian Broner pile, but then as I really analyze it, nah, he's closer to, like, my concern for Kanye West. Like, despite all that Kanye does, and I do not stand in support of a lot of what he does, from him being somewhat of a house Negro, to him not showing complete commitment to black love and the expansion of the nation. It's there's something mentally wrong with Kanye West. There's something mentally wrong with Antonio. Right, man, I'm concerned about
so for me, I do think that AB got some issues. AB got some issues, but I think Kanye is just trying to be contrarian, and he'll go as far as he needs to go to be contrarian. Not that he doesn't have mental issues, but I don't think he has mental issues any different than most of us. But I think that AB is be on some, like, let's just put it this way. I hate using this word, but some coon-ish. But I'm the other AB, that is. Not the football AB, the other AB.
Broner.
Football AB, man, like.
You concerned? You think his CTE manifested?
Ever since that birth hit,
you blame Vontaze?
I blame that one hit, yo.
Yeah, it's Vontaze.
Yeah.
Because the scary part about this is throughout this whole process, that's what he's been doing. Like, he'll show remorse, and then 2 days later, he'll be on social media cursing somebody else out. Like, he'll show remorse about not being in the NFL, and then 2 days later, after NFL, I'm never playing again. It's kind of weird. It's like Jekyll and Hyde type behavior. Yeah. And, he was basically killing Ben Roethlisberger for not much of a reason. I think Ben did kind of, I guess he kind of egged it on a long time ago when he went on the radio and was talking about AB before he left there. But yeah, man, I'm concerned as well.
But peep this though. My thing is this though. I think that CTE at this point is like low hanging fruit. Like I think all football players have CTE. Now I think it's just levels to what it is. I've never. Peep what I'm saying though. Listen, and I want you to think about it.
All of them.
I've never heard one person say that they're going to get tested and it didn't come back with some form of CTE. For all the brains they tested, it's almost like from what I've seen. When they say, hey, we're going to test such and such brain that's passed
But they only test the ones that they think they have reason to test. They need to just do everybody, but you can't because
it's like 100%.
Your family has to lend your brain to testing. Like you can't just that's invasive.
It's 100% right now, cuz. So to me, it's just a matter of how bad you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how bad do you have it?
It's probably the same, and it's probably the same for boxers too. I mean, I'm sure it's the same for boxers. I mean, they get punched in the head for a living. I heard Antonio Brown on an interview down at the Super Bowl with Kevin Hart and his homies, the Plastic Cup Boys, and the whole interview, they were basically schooling him on, how to grow up and basically do what he's doing now, take accountability for some of the stuff that he does. So I'm wondering, when people talk with him like that, is he really taking heed to that? Because it seems like it at the moment, but you're just afraid that the next issue could set him off, and then he'll be back on social media drawing again. So we'll see.
He may not have the ability. He may not have the ability to take it in the right way.
So we'll see. I mean, he seemed to listen during the conversation.
He didn't.
After a while, he probably got a little frustrated because it just seemed like they was, basically talking down to their son or something like that. But it seems like so far he's taking heed to some of the advice that he got. So we'll see how long it lasts. Our stat of the week, man, this is football related as well. The 4 XFL opening games, 2 of them were on Fox, 1 on ABC and 1 on ESPN, averaged 3.12 million viewers and a 1.0 rating among adults 18 to 49. So it wasn't anything world-beating, but they did average more viewers than every NBA game the week prior. That ain't hard to be in here, but still. And play, it's new. People it's football. People love football, and it's just a new product. People want to compare it to what the XFL was years ago. Now, did any of you brothers take a glance at any XFL games this past weekend?
I did not participate in those games of amusement.
I sure did not.
I sure did not.
By comparison, NFL game average in the regular season averages 16.7 million viewers, but that's neither here nor there.
So they feel but I don't think that's a good. That's not a good comparison point.
They're neither here nor there. I said it's not,
Yeah, I mean that's why the articles that I see are comparing it to basketball games because they know comparing it to an NFL game is a waste of time right now.
Yeah, it's a waste.
But that's
definitely
decent
a waste
rating.
of time.
It's decent.
Yo, I heard an idea that I think would be fire though. Like whoever wins the XFL championship, they should be able to play the worst team in football, and whoever wins that game goes into the NFL, and the other one has to play in the XFL next year. I would tune into that. That would be hilarious.
That's called promotion and relegation. They do that in soccer. Period.
Yo, that's hilarious. Like, yo, you got to go get banished to the XFL till you, get your life right.
And then you got to go there and learn new rules and. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are starting to think that, at some point, if the XFL can last this time around, it might become, a little bit of like a minor league to the NFL where players can start foregoing college and playing in the XFL until they're eligible to play in the NFL. So we'll see if it'll ever get to that point. Speaking of that, they apparently, here sometime, reached out to Colin Kaepernick Remember, we talked about that last week before we knew that they actually have spoken to him. They reached out to him last year, but Andrew Luck's dad, Oliver Luck, who's the commissioner of the XFL, says that Cap reportedly wanted an exorbitant amount of money to play in the XFL. So he said talks didn't get very far. It's funny because remember last week when we were talking and we just came up with it, I was thinking that it would be great for his image and for the whole NFL situation for him to play in another league, such as the XFL, because even if he really didn't want to play NFL football anymore, just playing for a little while in one of these leagues, even if it was a few weeks, it would make the NFL look worse as far as the perceived collusion of Colin Kaepernick. Cat was like, show me the money.
Show me the bread because I know my name brings that viewership up to 2. You know what I'm saying? Like
2 rating.
Yeah, you're gonna take it from a 1 to a 2, and so I don't know. Part of me wants him to play if he wants to play, but he does know his worth and his value, and I've seen the salaries in the XFL. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, the average salary is $55,000.
Quarterbacks get up to $500,000 though. Started.
Yeah, he's already made over $40 million in 6 NFL seasons. So, yeah.
And Nike paying him a Nike check, so that's why.
I'm sure he would be by far the highest payer in the league if they could come to an agreement. But yeah, he said nah.
He probably make that bread and interest, a little $50,000. But here's my thing though. He knows his worth, and America hates a black man that knows their worth. The fact of the matter is, if he played, and if it was announced that he was playing, everybody would have watched.
Yeah, that would have taken that.
The haters would have watched just to see him fail. Like so.
That's my position.
I mean,
I'm in total agreement with you. Him making that move just for sensationalism in the culture we live in today. He's worth $100 million to the XFL, at least.
Yeah, I was busy, so I didn't watch any of them because I do want to support a little bit because the DC team is actually head coached by a friend of ours. Shout out to Pep Hamilton and Ted White. He made Ted his offensive coordinator, and y'all old coach B. Wilson, he's the defensive coordinator. So they kept it all in the family.
They definitely did. They got the HU. All-Stars.
Yeah, right. They kept it all in the family. So yeah, all I'm saying is said none of that.
I just feel like, man, he did the right thing, in my opinion. I know some people I just want to see him play. That's cool. But no, B.
I mean, I don't
play. Like, know your worth.
I just want to see his story go, I just want to see the NFL look worse in this situation. So, like I said, because over the last 6 months to a year,
they're not gonna look worse, man. They
to
got
the conclusion
JV
that
now.
the dude really doesn't want to play. But this would be even sticking it to them more if he went and played somewhere else. Then they'd look really bad. But I feel him.
Man,
you don't want to go out there and
we about to be like 5 years removed, dog. Like, yo. Come on, man.
Seems like enough.
At this point.
Right. Yeah. All right, let's before we go to this quote of the week and the story that follows that, let's go to the phone line. We got homie Tobias calling in from Arizona. What up, Tobias?
Hey, what's going on?
Shout out to you, Alabama and Waverly.
Hey, I know B also saw that nice link I put up there on his page. James got that late. Whoa. Baby, it's on. Down from 30 to 28 pick now, baby.
Famous Jameis. I'm balling. What you talking about?
Tobias somewhere whispering, hiding in the staircase.
He's ducking Massa.
I got to get out of the office real quick. I got been apologizing backtrack. But a couple of things though. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, so a couple of things here, man.
Screen take.
I think the XFL what they should do is, to be honest, send some of those college guys who may be like, hey, I already know first round pick. I don't want to play my last year at Clemson, Alabama. I could get some bread to just play these couple of games. And I think that's going to end up. I think they should do it that way. That's how they may be able to pitch more viewers in like a year or two once they get under their feet. Because, some of these cats don't want to go to school, man. Especially they know they're a first-round pick. Either shut it down or they don't get
To some of those dudes, colleges only exist because it's a springboard to what they really want to do.
Yeah. So some of those cats might say, especially a quarterback, right? Especially like now, even the XFL, you really can't hit the quarterback like that. Where, let's say I'm going to use Trevor Lawrence as an example because he's a consensus number 1 pick in the next draft after this year. If he gets $250 for that, for Cardale Jones, if the XFL say you play these 8 games, we'll give you $1 million. He already got a championship. They already know. He can just play that because he still got NFL coaching, people who coach in the NFL on those XFL teams also. And I think it may be people laugh at it, but people don't realize it's a 53-man roster in NFL, but you only dress like 40-something players. So it may, cause even the last iteration, you had guys like He Hate Me had a decent career. Just made an opportunity. Yeah. But when it comes to Kaepernick, why the hell he gonna take up $200,000 salary? He's gonna make millions of dollars off of him, and this is what a narrative thing. This is why I wanted when he wrote his book, and like he's gonna do the press tour, but he won't talk back then, but he'll talk now. He trying to control the narrative. That's 4 years ago, so that's the only thing there. I'm playing him for not playing for that money.
You gotta pay for the book. You gotta pay for those words.
Yeah. And you guys are talking about, like, I know you guys will cover it in a minute. I saw your topic today. I'm staying on topic so Dev won't yell at me. So I don't want the Kool-Aid boys getting mad at me. But, shout out to Devin in the All-Star game being an injury replacement because I already know the coaches was like, damn it, we don't have anybody else on a winning team. We can't put Tim Hardaway Jr. in because he's on a winning team over Booker. Because shout out to that. But I know everybody a dunk contest, right? So, whoa, is this a 3-point contest more entertaining? I'm like, look, man, you mean to tell me that these guys could do dunks you can only dream of, but you think it's more entertaining seeing guys grab balls out of a cage and shoot threes?
You know what?
Yeah,
because I don't agree with that, but I see where some people are coming from sometimes. I put it like this: the 3-point contest, in my opinion, can be more dramatic than the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a score that you're shooting for, and you get to see shot by shot these people trying to catch up or pass these scores, and it might come down to the last shot. So I can see how the 3-point contest could be way more dramatic than the dunk contest, especially since with the dunk contest, they're trying to change the format every year. And, you never know what you're going to get, if you're going to get somebody, missing 65 dunks or – so I think it's more of the format of the dunk contest that doesn't allow itself to be that exciting anymore.
And no stars. And see, also the thing is, like, he got star players.
A lot of people just don't like regular dudes dunking the basketball, even if they got
when that ball sat down a couple of years ago, we was all hype as hell.
Yeah, we were.
When them 2 boys was at that dunk contest and they was out there flying, we didn't care that neither one of them could play the game of basketball at the time.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? Do I say that? Shout out to my guy Max Zach again. I issued a public apology to him because we'd be worse than the Warriors about him for not participating in the 3-point contest. You're an all-star, son. Don't be, Hey,
Max Zach got game, man. He got game.
I ain't gonna lie, because I was like, I watch them play. I'm a glutton for punishment. I drink more when the Bulls play for some reason. I watch them. But man, we got the worst coach in the league. We got a front office that's probably worse than the Knicks right now. We got a coach that want to post up Lowry marketing, and the marketing has no post game. And we got a coach that will pull people. Now, I think Luke Walton's in the running for worst coach also,
but our coach is awful, man. And that show, you have promising players, and I know you watched them. They played Philly the other night. They got talented players, but the coach thinks.
I watched Zach try to do us in.
That's all he got. And I know you guys got to run. I got to have my segment, Let's Be Honest segment here. I know everybody's hyping up Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers. I think Drew Brees going to retire. Taysom Hill's a gimmick. Ain't no way in hell is a better passer than Lamar Jackson. But Phillip Rivers should retire. Tom Brady's been struggling the last half of these past couple seasons. No one will talk about that because he won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Tom Brady, who in the hell is going to sign Tom Brady at 43 years old besides the Patriots? And they don't want to do it.
I don't know. I know they got these cowboy rumors going on now, and Michael Irvin tried to get in on that.
Hey, Dak.
Yeah, I think at that point you're really disrespecting Dak Prescott, and I don't think super highly of him, and I know B. Austin just thinks he's a bum altogether, but at a 42, 43-year-old Tom Brady, when you have a decent quarterback there who's young and can still learn, that would be very disrespectful to Dak Prescott.
Because here's the thing. Because, like, a lot of Bucs fans was like, they want Phillip Rivers. They well, you got weapons here. Have y'all watched Chargers games? They got 2 receivers. They got a big-time tight end. He got 2 running backs, and he still threw 20 picks. So you don't want to turn over a young turnover machine to an old one. Because if you get Rivers or you get Brady, like you say the Cowboys do it, right? You still got to get a damn quarterback. And they're in a position where they won't be able to draft one. So it's like,
we'll see what it is now, because your boy 30-30 got 20-20 vision now. So
hey, it's on now, baby boy. Hey, it's on. Hey, we throwing 28 picks this year, man. That's what I'm saying. But but you get what I'm saying though, because they trying to get these guys in, and like even with the Lions, they trying to move on from Matt Stafford. Man, yeah, he had back issues for the past couple of years, and they got the number 3 pick. And that's something they should look at, to be honest with you, because if you got a quarterback over 30 who had back issues the past 2 seasons, maybe time to move on for him as well. So
yeah, doctor said he need a backiotomy.
Yeah, but you guys have a good one, man. You guys take it easy. Hey,
all right, man.
We're going for 28 picks this year, man.
All right, we'll talk to you next week, man.
Hey, Dev. God bless America and God bless Roll Tide. Y'all have a good one.
All right, let's go on the phone lines. Let's go to, we got John calling from San Antonio. What's up, John? Welcome to the War Room.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I kind of wanted to know your opinion. What do you think on Marshawn Lynch and his career coming almost to an end?
Marshawn? That's a good question. I mean, Marshawn Lynch, as far as like what his legacy is going to be, John, is what you're asking?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, because we actually discussed this before, fella. We were talking about whether we thought Marshawn Lynch was going to be a Hall of Famer, and I really couldn't see it going that far, but he was definitely a solid player. He was the heart of his offense in his prime. Remember, we talked about the fact that he came into the league with big expectations, didn't really make things happen in Buffalo, but once he got out there to Seattle with a more structured team and a team with a great defense, like he really became the heartbeat of that team. B. Austin, what do you think will be his legacy?
I'm biased when it comes to Marshawn Lynch, so I'd vote him into everybody's Hall of Fame. But if I try and be objective, I don't think he put together a sustained body of work. So there may be some issues in terms of, was he the very best or the top, I'll say top 5 long enough to warrant him going into the Hall? His yardage, his stats, they're up there, but I could see a strong argument against. And for us, I think when you can make an argument against someone, then they don't necessarily really belong. But because I like him, his personality, I like his character, from what I can see of it. I'm like, yeah, put him in the hall, man. Because there's definitely worse that have made.
Here's a question for everybody, B, Jimmy, and even John. If Pete Carroll gives him the ball on the 1 yard line instead of trying to pass the ball with Russell Wilson, is Marshawn Lynch's legacy totally different? If he scores the winning touchdown for a second Super Bowl?
No.
How much does that one play change his legacy, even though it wasn't his fault?
I think it'll overhype him. I think it'll overhype him because he wouldn't have come back. Oh, go ahead, John. Sorry.
No, that's good. I would have to say that I do agree with you on that. Another thing is I really enjoyed sucking his cock.
All right, John.
I kind of knew that was coming. I was waiting for it.
I knew it was coming. Yeah, I was too.
The question, but that's like he don't realize, like, dude. I even hit y'all on the message. I was like, yo, this question is ass. Like, I figured something was about to come, Paul. Because I was like, the question is too simple, so he's just waiting his time to say something, and then he played himself because I didn't even hear what he said. But
me either. I don't even know what he said.
I had my hand on the switchboard. I was ready.
I didn't know what he said because he started laughing at himself.
He played himself and he tried to laugh at us.
Whoever you are,
back.
We
want to hear what you said. Call back.
Whoever you are,
this ain't that show because you say something stupid, we cuss your ass out. So we're not afraid of that.
You can suck my. As a matter of fact,
all right, so anyway,
your mom to suck my fault.
Stat of the week, man. No, we did that. I mean, quote of the week. And here's your quote of the week. Quote, ever see the movie The Sixth Man? Kobe came down, put himself in my body, and gave me that dunk on a break. End quote. And that's LeBron James talking about the dunk he did last week on the break. That was very reminiscent of an iconic dunk Kobe did on the break in the same building on the same hoop 19 years prior.
Yo, you want me to get him or y'all got him?
No, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because there's more to this, and it might be along the lines of what you're thinking. A diehard Kobe fan kind of sounded off on LeBron on social media earlier this week after he made these comments. Kind of long, but I'm going to try to read through it kind of fast. Some guy named Alonzo Miles, shout out to him. You're getting your 15 minutes of fame because he's all over social media. He's all over the blogs. His post went viral. But this is what he wrote. He said, I've never seen Kobe at one of Bronny's games. I've never seen LeBron at any of Gigi's games. I've never seen LeBron at the Mamba Academy. I've never seen Kobe on the shop where LeBron simply flexes all his high-profile relationships. But I have seen Kobe on All the Smoke and Knuckleheads. I've never seen Kobe at Taco Tuesday. I haven't heard the story where Kobe is calling Bronny and checking in on him like Sharif and many other kids of NBA players. I've never heard of LeBron calling Kobe and working on his game after retirement. Even though Giannis, Kawhi, PG-13, KD, Westbrook, Tatum, Kyrie, Steph, Draymond, the list goes on that reach out to Kobe. Kobe ain't in Space Jam. Kobe stayed away from Laker facilities even though his agent and godfather of Gigi is the GM. I've never heard LeBron say or shout out Kobe when he's done anything but pass him on the all-time scoring list. I've heard Kobe defend LeBron plenty of times. But y'all want Kobe fans to believe that they were brothers? I believe they were cool and wasn't mortal enemies like most think, but brothers, no. Shaking my head. And LeBron is acting like D. Wade died and is getting sickening. Kyrie really looked at Kobe like a big brother. It kind of goes on and on. So basically what he's saying is, because he goes on to say, it seems like LeBron has taken this opportunity to make Kobe's death kind of about himself. We kind of touched on that during the whole, 2-week Kobe funeral that we had on this show. But what are y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all think he makes any valid points? Because the We Were Brothers angle has kind of been played up since Kobe's death.
I'm mad that I didn't have the opportunity to book this guy as a guest on our show so that he could tell more of the world the truth. Why would you not want somebody to come and tell the truth on you? Tell the truth.
So I take that as you agree with them.
Yo, 110%, and that 10% is the 10% that he may have forgotten or not gotten out. I agree with that too.
And I'm on the other side. I'm on a complete other side.
I think that LeBron is.
There's more. I'm gonna read more, but I want to hear your opinion.
I think LeBron is. Here's what I will say. I don't think he's malicious, and I don't know this brother to really even be saying. I don't think it's malicious. I think LeBron has grown up.
But LeBron knows what the people want. You know what I mean?
And he does. He understands, and he's been taught that. I don't think he understands why that's disingenuous. I don't think he understands why that's corny. I think he's a cornball that knows how to be opportunistic in front of the media and people because he's grown up in an environment where he has to be so sensitive to his brand's perception, and everything is an opportunity to enhance the way people feel about him. Everything he does is contrived in a direction of enhancing the people's perception of him. And this is what he wants it to be for an enhancement of that image and perception. Oh, we were brothers.
I don't agree with that at all.
I got you.
I don't agree with that at all. Well, stop gunning it.
Your disagreement doesn't mean it's not true. But go ahead.
I know, but you gunning though. But you're gunning. Listen,
I'm a gunner.
All I'm saying
I score. They count points. Not passing. What you talking about?
All I'm saying is this, man.
We celebrating Kobe right now.
You can't tell another grown ass man how to grieve. If that's the case, when we were sitting in our houses crying and acting a fool, the bull could have the same rules the bull just said could apply to us as well. Like LeBron has probably spoke to Kobe way more times than me, and I was like, so I just can't. For me, I just don't believe in telling another grown man how to grieve someone who they knew, especially considering my reaction to the whole situation. That's the one thing. The second thing is I can't speak to how close they were. Like I don't know what he could have talked to Kobe every day for all I know. In terms of LeBron and how he carries himself, that's who he is. I think that's actually who he is. I don't know whether he necessarily tries to do everything because the thing is, I think LeBron recognizes everybody's not going to love you because he's said certain things and made certain decisions where you know that you'll get backlash from that. But
his core audience can support that, so he's concerned about it.
Yeah, but I mean,
towards the end of your career, I think they think about
this
that.
Is who you
it's
are.
Time to be good. It's time to get good with everybody.
The bull has had the camera in front of his face like since the beginning of high school.
Since he was 12 years old.
He literally grew up with the camera in front of him. So this is who he is. But the whole idea of the whole Kobe thing is just like I'm sitting there like you trying to tell him like it could be is it drawing probably a little bit, but at the same time who am I to tell him how to grieve someone that he actually had a relationship with? Whether that's like a buddy.
Since y'all seem to be on different sides of the spectrum, do y'all think that the dunk was contrived? Do you think like he figured if I get out on a break, like he picked the dunk, like if I get out on a break, I'm gonna do something that Kobe did? Or do y'all think it was totally coincidence and Kobe came down in his body like the sixth man and
Jimmy
Kobe
came down in his body like the sixth man?
No, that's
and then he accused me of gunning, and I'm talking about Kobe. How can I
the rollout for Space Jam
through gunning? That's what
Space Jam rollout.
Space Jam.
Space Jam rollout. That's all that is. That's all it is. Space Jam rollout.
All right. Well, hold up. I'm almost done. This dude, he was drawn. He was definitely gunning. So he was like, Kyrie really looked up to him as a brother, and he's not acting like this. Dude is milking Kobe's death, and it's disgusting and classic.
To the nth power.
This ain't me hating. It's only the truth, and you goofy-ass fans won't even call it out. Now, SportsCenter got Bronny doing the dunk in the layup line as a tribute. Man, the way to carry the quote-unquote hashtag Mamba mentality mantle is compete at all costs and win, and leave everything on the floor and play harder than everyone out there. Not a dunk. You are 0-2 since Kobe died, and the ones who were passed, I don't know what he mean by that, like the sixth man, was Westbrook and Dame. They embraced the Mamba mentality. No excuses about it being an emotional night. You got a week to prepare. Trae Young dropped 45 and 16 the day Kobe died, and that's Gigi's favorite player. That was super emotional for him. Kawhi dropped 30 ever since Kobe died. Dame and Westbrook both been going nuts, but I digress. The ghost of Kobe is here, but it hasn't been a bullshit dunk and a loss. Kobe is about winning, not a dunk. You just continue to make everything about you, and that's a miserable human being, awful one. Be King James, bro. Leave Kobe legacy alone because we don't want to earn it. You just want to control the narrative. This is doing nothing but exposing your selfish ways. And this is doing nothing but exposing your selfish ways and need for attention at all costs.
I think if anybody willing to write all that is a cornball to begin with. You took your time, went online, and wrote all that. That means you don't get no warm. That's the first thing. So you expose yourself as being corny for writing all that. He wrote a whole book. Then you talking about how Kyrie's reacting to Kobe's death. He spoke on multiple grown man's reaction to somebody else's death. Man, get through this. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it.
He said, "Play hard." Kyrie went home. He didn't even play. But
exactly. Kyrie called out. What is he even talking about? Kyrie said, "I can't even play." Like, what are you talking about? Like,
that's why I kind of broke it in segments, though. The first part that I read, I understand that part a little more. The second part, he seemed angry, and even when you have to say this, not me hating, usually that's you hating, because the second part just seemed like it was a lot of vitriol spit at LeBron. So it kind of makes it seem like he never liked dude in the first place, and he's not just offended
everything he said
just because of Kobe. But like I said, we've talked a long time about what we thought was contrived from LeBron James and what wasn't, and we'll never know somebody's heart. We'll never know the truth. It's only what we can speculate at this point. This situation like that, the quote for me was like, all right, we kind of taking it a little too far with that. There's been nothing out but Kobe highlights and videos over the past 2 weeks. It's kind of easy to pick a dunk, and then if you get the opportunity to do it, to go ahead and do it. So I don't know about.
But what I'm
Kobe
saying is this, though.
down.
Me and you sat around and watched all Kobe's dunks and plays and everything over the last 2 weeks. We just don't have a platform to go out there. Speaking for myself, nor the ability to do it. Not saying if I had the ability to do it in the platform, I wouldn't have done it. And that's what I'm saying. And
I don't think it's anything wrong with doing it. It's but I'm kind of like, for me, and I'm just speaking for me. Like, LeBron can do what LeBron does. Like, if I watched a bunch of highlights, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go out there. If I get the opportunity, I'm gonna do this. But when I do it, I'm gonna say, that was my tribute to Kobe. I'm not gonna say, man, I didn't even know where that came from. Kobe ghost came down in my body and made me do
Space
that.
Jam roll out.
I'm not gonna take it that far.
That's just a Space Jam. That's Space Jam roll out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take it that far. I'm gonna say they're gonna ask me about it. I'm gonna say I did that purposely as a tribute to the homie.
The bull who wrote this needs to get offline and go spend time with a young lady, because first of all, he comes off like, obviously he's a Kobe fan, or maybe he sounds like a fan, a fake a stan. Anyway, that's the here nor there. But you sound so mad. You're speaking about what Kyrie did, and you're just dead wrong. You're speaking about what Russell Westbrook did, as if you didn't see the long ass message he wrote. Like, and the thing about it is, which makes this thing so crazy, is LeBron gave Kobe the biggest blumpkin the day before the whole accident. He sat there for like an hour talking about what Kobe meant to him. And,
he mentioned that, though. He mentioned that. He said he didn't. He's like the only time he's ever talked glowingly about Kobe is when he passed him.
That's not even true, though. Like, did you watch the whole Olympics when he sat there and he just basically gave Kobe a BJ the whole Olympics? Him, Melo, D-Wade, they all did. They all called Kobe their daddy at the Olympics.
They did.
So Bull is factually wrong, and he's angry.
Hit us up, because the Blueprint want to give you a rumble.
Because you trash, B.
The Blueprint want to shoot the fade. So hit us up, 323-410-0012.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Bron fan at all. Like, I wouldn't even consider myself like, listen, LeBron is LeBron.
I ain't a fan.
I'm not the biggest Bron fan. I'm not the biggest Bron fan, but like, dog, like, that's just, it's wrong. Because what I keep thinking about is my reaction to the whole situation is like, yo, you can say that about any of us. It's just that Brian has a platform. So because he has a platform, he can't grieve the way he wants to grieve. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decipher his words here because I'm sitting here. I'm like, is he even talking about grief, or is he just saying the dude is making it about himself? But I guess, I mean, can that be a part of the grieving process as well? Anything that people perceive
and so is
you to be making?
Is Trae Young making it about himself, putting up the points he did?
Like, he's not passing. He's not passing. He's trying to.
I mean, I think Trae Young is gonna go out and score like that either way. I don't think.
Yeah, but would you say this is dedicated to Kobe? Like, I'm doing this for Kobe. Like, no, everybody was doing things for Kobe and in Kobe's name. Like, it's not about making it about yourself. Like, I don't know, man. That's just my perspective is just different, dog. Because I saw how the whole world reacted. And people.
No, I mean, you know me. I'm never on one side fully or the other. My question to you would be. Like I said, the only issue I had was with the actual quote. Like, LeBron is a Laker now, so people are looking to him to be the spokesperson for the organization that Kobe spent 20 years of his life, being the face of. So he kind of has that, whether they were best friends or not, he's kind of fallen into that particular duty because the Lakers have always addressed themselves as being family with all the superstars who've come and gone throughout that process.
I mean, they made him speak. They made him speak at the the first game there or whatever. I get it. But what I'm saying is when I see how the whole world reacts, like, I don't know if you saw, I shared with you yesterday, like the R&B singer Brian McKnight left his tour because he went to write a song about Kobe and Gigi because he said he felt moved to do it. And I'm sitting there like, that's kind of drawn. But then I'm sitting there thinking like, he said that was his man. Like, he said that was his homie, and they did do that song together with Kobe trying to.
I'm about to say they had a song together back in the day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, he wrote a song for him. He stopped his tour, went home to write a song for the boy. So is he making it about himself? Because you can't tell someone how to grieve. That's my whole point.
I'm just saying, I do kind of think that the examples you're using aren't really the same thing, though.
Okay.
What this dude is asking, he's asking about. But all right, and I'm trying to decipher dude's words.
To me, the league
all of this
the game,
stuff, like, if we went down this joint sentence by sentence, I'm probably gonna give you 60% of this where I'm like, I don't agree with that. I'm gonna give you another 20% where I got to try to decipher this. I'm trying to see what he's trying to say. My biggest question is when he's talking about the brother angle and the fact that I think LeBron's quote sparked this from him. I think he's trying to ask, okay, when did you and Kobe become so close that if his ghost was going to come down into somebody's body, why was it yours? That's one question I think dude is trying to ask. I think the quote is ridiculous. I think the quote is funny.
I'm not even going to
and I didn't even see it. Maybe he said it with some kind of levity.
Down,
maybe he was trying to be funny.
Yeah. If you are going to come down, you will come down as a Laker. He's the biggest Laker right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not speaking to ghost culture because I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe in ghosts?
If I was Kobe, I'd come down and smush to show up to the arena and start giving out buckets.
But at the same time, I also can't speak to how close they were. There are people that I'm close to and speak to on a daily basis that if something happened to me, my family would be like, "How the hell are you that close to him?" Shout out to our group chat. Yeah, I speak to certain cats every day. I don't know. I can't speak to their relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I can't either. So I don't. I think, dude, that's one of the parts where he could be out of line just because they didn't have that.
They in a group chat with Magic
and
Kareem,
LeBron may not go
LeBron and Kobe.
For basketball advice, that doesn't mean that they weren't close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my point. My thing is,
how you don't have to go get footwork.
How I know
you don't have to get footwork to and to be somebody's homie.
Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and LeBron ain't in the Lakers group chat. How we know that? They probably be in there.
What about Elgin? Jimmy trying to say Elgin got a flip phone. He can't participate.
Oh, he's still alive?
Is he? I don't even know now.
All right. I don't either, but I know Jerry West probably in a group chat. Jerry West probably in a group chat too. Their group chat logo is probably Jerry West, the symbol. But I'm just saying, like, we don't know. We can't speak to their relationship.
Yo, and some of the emojis they use is probably red eyes. That's Jerry's new thing after Kobe died.
Yo, that's just funny to think about, like, some of the group chats that are probably around the league, though. You know, it's like, I know for a fact, because I've heard them speak about it, there's like a group chat called the Brotherhood with all the dudes in the league that went to Duke. I thought that was kind of soft. But, you know.
Well, half of them play for the Pelicans, so they can just talk to each other on the plane.
True. But, yeah, that's true. But could you imagine some of the group chats?
I just want to get Alonzo Miles, man. Call in.
When they be talking about
anybody knows Alonzo Miles, the dude who wrote this long diatribe about Kobe and LeBron, tell him to holler at us. Because Blueprint got some bars for him. And B. Austin wants to be his friend.
Yeah, B. Austin wants to be his brother. But yo, dig this though. I'm just thinking this out, right? So imagine like if you're in the league and you traveling from state to state, you know they got group chats like, oh, you going to Phoenix? Hit up such and such. You know what I'm saying? Hit up Janaea Sky. Baker Mayfield got all the connects.
They'll say hit up Janaea Sky. She'll hit you off even if she don't feel well.
She'll fall on you all over.
Shout out to her though. All right. Y'all ignorant, man. I'm saying the ghost of a healthy stripper went into her body and made her twerk after she fell.
That's right.
All right, but man, y'all know the drill, man. Y'all can y'all can check out our website at warroomsports.com if you want to call in and speak to us about any topics, or if you want to try to get off a corny ass joke and laugh yourself out before you get it off. You can do that at 323-410-0012. Just press 1 when prompted. If you're listening from your phone, just press 1 if you want to talk or get off a corny ass joke. Jim, what happened this week while everybody was on the grind?
Except for the bull with the corny ass joke.
While you were on the grind is brought to you by Sports the Book. Bottom line, is the best sports book we've ever written. Go to sportsthebook.com or go to warroomsports.com and make sure you buy yourself a copy. But what happened while you were on the grind? Speaking of group chats and young ladies getting taken care of, we got to talk about your man Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield, right? A young lady went on like a little media tour saying that she was the mistress of Baker Mayfield. But when she told her story, it didn't sound mistressy to me. I don't know if you guys read the story.
No, not at all. She don't know what that means.
She was a fan of his.
Her name is Casey. She was a fan of his wearing his. Yeah, her. She was a fan of his wearing his jersey. She was wearing his jersey. He saw. They somehow exchanged math. They start talking on Snapchat or what have you, and he basically said, "Yo, let's meet up." He met her behind the Cheesecake Factory. Sent him a couple. Sent her a couple eggplants.
Yeah, he sent her a couple eggplant pics, and he told her like, "Yo, meet up behind the Cheesecake Factory." He pulled up in his Range Rover. She got in the car. They went to the back seat. She topped him off. She left, and he blocked.
Roll out.
So she got upset.
I don't see anything wrong with
went on a national tour saying I'm his mistress. But then, not only that, she found other chicks who had the same experience. So Baker Mayfield is a
that should assure you that you ain't a mistress.
Yo, Baker Mayfield is allegedly out here meeting up with his fans in the back of the Cheesecake Factory getting topped off. So I don't know how y'all take this story, but I think I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, Baker,
cheesecakes with toppings.
Casey Dingus. Shout out to Casey Dinginess. She was dinging.
Yo, that's how Baker give it up. I don't know, like. What y'all got to say about this, man?
I think first of all, like, what's the point of her coming out?
I think he plays football better now.
Wants to be famous. Like, she's like, what's the point of you coming out?
Man.
Because you knew who he was from the start. You knew he was married from the start. So now because
I didn't even mention the fact that he's a married man. I forgot to mention that part.
But now that he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's not returning your calls or he blocked you or whatever he did, now we're going to go on radio shows and podcasts and basically tell the world what happened. Like, that, I don't really understand her point.
I just want to salute Baker Mayfield, not for his behavior, because I'm not toxic like that, so I really wouldn't salute his behavior allegedly. But I just want to salute him for giving me a new term for that kind of activity. So for now, I'm like, yo, what's up with that cheesecake? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's up with some factory? What's up with some Cheesecake Factory?
Or you say, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that dingus? You want the dingus? You want the dingus?
Yo,
yeah. So
I get it. I get it now. I get it now because Baker's wife is basically an internet celebrity. Like that's what she does. That's who she is. So he's attracted to clout chasers.
Yo, but how my man keep telling them all to pull up behind the Cheesecake Factory though? Like he might get a sponsorship deal from the Cheesecake Factory with this, because if he did, the commercial would be hilarious. But
Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Cheesecake Factory, they slouched. They could have had something nice going with Baker.
Anyway, man. So I just want
to.
And
did you see the pictures of this woman, Jimmy?
Yeah,
she had her cans all out everywhere, like.
Yeah, that's about all she had.
Anyway.
But she knew she had to, because she looked like Lois Lane or somebody. I'm talking about the Lois Lane. I'm talking about Margot Kidder.
Where's Lois Lane?
I never understood why Margot Kidder was a thing. I'm like, Superman can't do better than that. She's that type of chick. Like Baker can't do better than this.
I mean,
and the part Jimmy left out,
we don't know how many
she had on his jersey.
Yeah, here's the thing though. We don't know how many is beer. She's like, she found a couple. We don't know how many it could be total. That could be like Baker Sunday John after a loss. Like, yo, hit up the cheesecake. Anyway,
a lot of losses.
That's true. That's why he needs that inclusion.
Shout out to TGI Fridays on Cityline. I know a lot happening outside of that too.
No comment.
All right, what else happened?
Yo, let's move on. Snoop Dogg, he verbally cracked Gayle King's neck because of her comments in the interview with Lisa Leslie. But then he apologized because he said, according to him, his mom gave him a nice talking to. He said his mom said,
if his mom is his agent or his public relations rep, then I believe him.
My question
I think
is,
Snoop saw the backlash and what was about to happen, and knowing that Oprah can ruin a dude like that.
My thing is this though: your mom got that upset when you said to Gayle? Did she hear Doggy Style?
Right. Did she see the photos of you with two chicks on a leash?
I mean, saying that's not what happened, because I don't know what happened.
Right, but we never got to really talk about the first video when he was saying what he was saying about Gayle. And there was a lot of people who took Snoop's side on that whole thing. And, it's not that Gayle wasn't out of line. Like, first of all, I don't blame her for broaching the subject at all. But I think after Lisa Leslie gave her an answer that tells you,
should have felt
I don't believe that. He's my dude. I'm not dealing with that. There was no reason for her to double and triple down. She seemed to kind of try to pressure the situation. Of course, Gayle said, well, it's because CBS edited that part out and put that out there for people to see. Yeah, at the same time, that may be true. You may have had a long, wide-ranging interview, and they chose the most sensational part to put out there, but at the same time, it did happen. You know what I'm saying? And you did double down after she tried to give you an answer. But I also think Snoop, in his defense of Kobe, went way too far. The video started out okay. You're telling us how you're upset with Gayle and this and that. But then when you start disrespecting the woman, you start calling her a bitch and a funky dog head bitch, and threatening her. Like, don't make us come and get you. Like, I mean, there were parts of it that's funny, but at the same time, we've always been a serious level of immature. When you sit back and you think about it.
A serious level of immature. That should be our tagline. Listen to the War Room. It's a serious level of immature. But, I agree with you, man. We talked about this offline. Like, even when it first happened, I was like, he went a bit too far with that, because you know, like it's possible for both of them to be wrong. Like Gail was looking for a moment, and she got the moment. Everybody's out here be looking for these moments. She was trying to go viral. Boom, movie, bow. But she did that. But the fact of the matter is, that's going to be a stain on her career. For like that's going to be part of what she's known for at this point. I don't know if she was looking for that, but it is. But he just went a bit too far. I was disappointed in her too, but he could have just expressed it a different way. He could have stopped in the beginning of that video, like you said, and just left it at that. But I also know that another thing I was trying to keep in mind too, that he also has a personal relationship with Kobe, so he feels a whole lot different. Like if that was my brother or my cousin or one of y'all, and somebody was out there slandering y'all, I can't really. That's why you got to get the phone away from you. That's why you get away from the phone until you think it through. You know what I'm saying? Because cats grab their phone right away now without giving things time to process. Somebody
down. I can see you breaking somebody down with intellect and using big words that could be taken as disrespect. But I can't see, even if it was us, like you calling
her
this woman that could be your aunt
but also what I would do is, what I would do is also take a couple of days and just like make sure like. You know what I'm saying? And that also comes with like
that was emotional.
Sometimes I even write a post. I'll write a post like on Facebook, and I sometimes I ask my wife like, "Yo, should I even post this?" And 99% of the times when I'm asking her, she tells me no because I already know. That's why I'm asking because if it was something I should post, I don't really have to ask it. But that makes any sense.
But that's what they're there for. Like they're our proofreaders, our editors, our
so it's like I don't put that. But I get emotion, man. People act on emotion, but the problem with emotion in 2020 is. People grab their phone right away. You know how many people have to apologize for stuff that they just jump the gun and grab their phone and start talking to their phone, and now the whole world sees it? Like it happens all the time.
Even if you do that, even if you make a video, most times you still have a chance to go back and proofread and edit or whatever. But now everybody's going live.
Yeah, people go live.
Yeah, because you're going live. Like, so this is
like
not
you can't
rehearsed.
tell me. You can't tell me.
I wish I should have said this.
If Snoop is the kind of guy I think he is, you can't tell me that even after he released it, part of him didn't feel like, damn, I went too far. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hang with Martha Stewart.
With his position in society and the people that he has probably whispering in his ear to let him know the moves to make, he knows he messed up. Like he went way too far in this PC society with the positioning he has in popular culture. My man went from gangbanging to being.
Funny thing is, there's always a comeback though, because like Jimmy said, I think Snoop might be the godfather of, misogyny in rap, the way that women became targets in rap music. I'm not saying he started it, but he might be that popular person that took the mantle.
Man.
He might be the Allen Iverson who took the little DC dude's crossover and made it famous. You know what I mean?
The only reason Snoop is not the face of misogyny is because Luther Campbell exists. If Luther Campbell didn't exist, my man Luther had to go to the Supreme Court because he was trying to but that's either here nor there.
And they used to have beef with each other. So it might have been beef over who could disrespect women more. Why was they beef?
Yo. But here's what I will say though, with this whole situation, he's kind of the winner on both sides. When he first went off on her, I saw the contingent of Snoop, that's right, take up a code. But then with the apology, the same people like, oh, what a mature adult, way to acknowledge when you're wrong. I'm like, yo, he won both ways. Yeah, but still losing, and Snoop won both ways.
If you're a fan of somebody, if they're popular, or if the other person just did something you really didn't like, you're going to defend
Gail losing from the perspective that she's a Harvey Weinstein apologist and enabler or friend of one. So she's losing.
Rose too. She apologized for
Charlie Rose, and
she and Oprah are already in that spotlight, so this didn't do anything but make her look worse. And like Jimmy said, even in his apology, she still is the bad guy, and Snoop won on either side.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming back.
Part about it, right?
Snoop and his lyrics back in the 90s. Snoop had a murder case, and he's still doing cooking shows with Martha Stewart. So the world is forgiving.
But the illest part about Snoop,
they forgive who they want to.
From his transition from being Cuz to where he is now is Snoop somehow did that without not being like he's been Snoop the whole time, and I think that maybe something to do with like the weed head personality. Like he flirts with being extra gangster, he flirts with being misogynist, but at the end of the day, people will know him for like being the weed head dude, and he's been able to be Snoop the entire time. But what I find interesting about this Oprah and Gayle thing is, it seems like there are people that have had problems with Oprah and Gayle, but Oprah and Gayle have held a spot like in culture and even in media and a certain level of power.
No one's bulletproof now, though.
But what I'm saying is, once this comes out now, it's like, oh yeah. Plus, this is like, yo, everybody's coming out the woodworks with like slander, like the floodgates have opened. Now it's cool to bash them. So I don't know how this plays out long term and what this does for their story. 'Cause I think about Gayle's story.
Oprah still might be bulletproof. It's just that before people wouldn't even shoot guns at her. They shoot
exactly. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
That's a better. Yeah,
you put it real succinct, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like cats wouldn't even fire.
She's still Luke Caging them bullets, but they wouldn't even shoot them before.
Yo, Monique, homegirl,
and even Luke Cage got canceled. So there's that. They canceled Luke Cage, so the way I act like Oprah can't get canceled too, doggy. So, but Gayle's career is like it's weird to me. Like I've been reading about like her career since it's happened, about how she went. I mentioned the last show how she went to school for journalism and she worked her way through this. But all she gets known as is being Oprah's BFF, and now she's gonna be known for this. Like she pretty much.
And everybody assumes Oprah just elevates her to these positions.
Mm-hmm.
Like
she gets no credit,
including myself. Like
I also didn't.
Jimmy told me that. Like I didn't know that Gayle went to school for all of this. I thought she got put in.
I didn't realize until this happened. Like even looking at Gayle was that thick. But that's either here nor there. Let's move on.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not trying to not trying to be that guy, but I mean, I'm just pointing it out. You know. Anyway, let's talk about James.
Gayle was my mom or my aunt, and she said the stuff she said, Jim, I probably would have checked her at home. You know, nothing rude, but I'm like, yo, mom or Auntie Gayle, like, yo, you was wrong. Like, she answered the question. You should have just chilled. But then, at the same, being that same person or nephew to check him, like Snoop will be having to give me a fair one right now because of the way he talks to my people.
Because both of y'all could be wrong.
That's where I stand. Both of them wrong. Yeah.
Got you. All right,
and
let's
the
move
apology,
on to Jameis Winston.
He was still at the shoot.
I'm gonna show you
the apology though.
Jameis Winston, aka Mr. 30 for 30, as Dev called him earlier, he undergoes LASIK surgery. We always joked about Jameis needing glasses or something because of the way he
squints. But it's real.
I'm about to say, but it wasn't a joke. He used to be on the sideline. I'm gonna tell you why I'm about this whole thing. You?
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. I thought you were about to tell me why you were appalled.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no. I'm just saying. Well, that's all I want to tell you is that he had surgery. So we'll see how he bounces back this year. Whether he throws a gazillion picks or not. But go ahead. Tell us what bothers you about this.
What bothers me about this is the point that you just brought up, because this whole Jameis on the sidelines, this wasn't an NFL thing. This goes all the way back to Florida State, and I don't know. I didn't see him in high school, so I don't know how long, but it used to be a thing. Everybody who's watched Jameis Winston would see him on the sideline squinting to look up at the board or squinting to look on the tablet or whatever they were doing. So I'm like, why does it take you this many years into your NFL career to do something about your vision when vision is one of the biggest components of your job? Especially when you're out there turning the ball over. Like, this really could have been a legitimate excuse all this time. I mean, we'll only see now because if we come out next year and still throw 30 picks, then FOH to everything I'm saying. But this could be a legitimate reason with some of the problems that you're having. And if you're known to be on television squinting, like, dude, contacts, LASIK, like something. Come on, man, you just do 30 picks. And that was in a contract season. So it's like you might get lucky and get a contract, but if you would have tried to do this earlier, maybe things would have gone different in your contract year, and we wouldn't even be talking about the Bucs having to make a decision. All they would be deciding is if they, they're gonna pay you 35 or 36. I'm upset that he's just now doing this, man. Go around.
Yo, my man was like, that's part of when we come to the table this year. Like, now imagine what I'm gonna do now that I have LASIK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. He's like, wait, like, just in case it don't really work out. At least I can entice him with this during my contract negotiation. That got to be a thing. Jameis, what's wrong with you, man?
All right, so
I mean, we've never accused him of being bright, so it's not that surprising. But
last thing that happened this past week while you were on the Grizz Naive, Dwayne Wade. Yo, Dwayne Wade, NBA legend, superstar.
He got a new daughter now.
12-year-old son will now go by the name Zaya. Is it Zaya or Zaya? Either way.
I don't know. I was saying Zaya.
Okay, well, I know his son is going through his quote unquote transition. So they made that announcement. They said it. No, they said it. That's how they describe it. That's not me.
No, I said damn Gale. I'm looking at.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Told you.
Knock it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just looking at her career and I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
That's what they call it now.
Came with photos. Her career came with photos.
What my man AZ say? Oh, you definitely did. Anyway,
so as like this whole thing before, like it's very public, this situation with Dwayne Wade's kid, and it's not like invasively public. It's public because they make it that way, and they tout everything. So this started with an announcement from Gabrielle Union on Twitter. The video she posted, the caption said, "Meet Zaya. She's compassionate, loving, smart, and we are so proud of her. It's okay to listen to, love, and respect your children exactly as they are. Love and light, good people." Kind of a weird statement. I think some people might look at it as a little bit hypocritical, as they are.
Yeah.
Because some people would take that as, okay, well, God made him a certain way. So you're saying love people as they are, but is that what they're really doing? And I don't care. That's my business. If Zion want to be Zion and they want to be supportive of it, then congratulations to the Wade family. But, yeah.
Yeah. My perspective is...
Yeah, go ahead. Give me your perspective.
My perspective is I don't care who he wants to, make love to. That's his business. Like, I just don't care. I don't feel like if Bronny likes girls, I don't know, nor do I care. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my perspective. I get why he did it in the overall thing of society, but also understand that to me it was just weird, like talking about like oppression as he was on like a private golf course. That was just kind of weird to me. My man's at a country club and a private golf course having a full conversation about like being oppressed. I get it though. I get it. So don't take me as being disrespectful. But
they've always they got us apologizing on our own show, man.
There's always going to be components.
No, I'm not apologizing. What I'm saying is it just came off weird to me with them. Yeah, I'm just saying I understand it, but it still came off weird to me. Like, yo, I'm on a country club golf course talking about being oppressed. This is funny. But I also just don't care. I don't care.
But I always thought that way. But, the LGBTQ community not really going to allow you to feel that way. But I've always questioned, like why is coming out important? Like, why do you have to, like, I mean, I guess there are, and maybe that's the reason they have to. So I guess there are people out there who care about who people have sex with and who they love. But for me, I never really understood that. And it basically came from conversations because, we've had conversations with people from the community and how they were comparing it to civil rights and stuff like that, where, I can't hide the fact that I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So I can't come out being black. And it's obvious that, throughout the history that people cared about that. like I said just now, obviously there are some people who care about that because the LGBTQ community is fighting against somebody. But speaking for myself, I'm just like, yo, be who you are, whether you do it openly or you don't do it openly. I just don't think announcements are necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. But I also
walking down the street holding hands with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, then they know what the deal is. Like I just don't think announcements.
So for me, I understand why they do it too. They do it because of the stigma. There's still a stigma attached to it.
It hasn't been permitted in history. So throughout history, they haven't been allowed to. So
specifically in the communities that we come from, that stigma is still there. There's still people getting bullied and committing suicide and getting murdered over living the life they want to live. But I just take the approach where it's like I don't care, but it's like Queen Latifah, right? So I've read recently that she has like a wife and a kid and the whole nine, but she's never felt the need to come out or acknowledge one way or the other. She just doesn't. She lives her life.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I was saying. Just do you. Forget these people. But I guess, everybody can't function like that. Like, everybody don't have the FU mentality where I don't care what they think, and I just do me. But,
because even him coming out, you saw some of the hate that he got back. Like, the vitriol he got back was kind of crazy, too. Like,
being as mature as I possibly can and taking this on, and I think that we as men and as human beings have evolved through the years because, we are at some level subject to the background that we come from and the history that we have. And now, you made some great points, Dev, pertaining to, a human being's right is to make the choices that they want to make and be free to make those choices. Now, that doesn't mean the choices that you make don't come without consequence, but those consequences shouldn't be that you are disrespected or mistreated as a human being, right? So who you choose to love, who you choose to pound or get pounded by, that's really no one's business. And the issue that I have with comparing it to the struggle that white supremacy has placed on people of color the world over is I don't have a choice in the revelation of my genes and genetic makeup and background, right? That's not a choice. I am who I am when you see me, when your sexuality, and some people would argue, is not a choice. And so I think we buy into and support, not us as a show, but as a culture and society, the need to swing the pendulum back in the other way because certain classes of people have been mistreated for many, many, many moons and continue to be, but now it's almost like the group that they belong to in an organized fashion have become bullies themselves and are bullying.
Yeah, my man B. Austin took 10 minutes to say what you just said. But the fact is, though, to that point, the last point you made was another point, which is about who's the bully now, right? So,
right,
but what I can say is, even with this announcement, when you go in there and look, if you look at the thread when they posted the video of them talking, like some of the stuff you see in there, cause it's like, now obviously, cats is on the internet, so there's really no repercussions for that. So they're gonna let their hands go. And a lot of them don't even believe what they're saying. They're trying to chase clout. So, but it's like nasty though, dog. It's just, it's just nasty, man. It's nasty. So, because why do y'all care? Why do y'all care one way or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Let them people do what them people gonna do.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody does, dog. As long as you leave me and mine alone, like you can take care of yourself, and Anyway, with that being said, though, man, Dev, what happened this date in sports history, good brother?
This date in sports history, which is brought to you by Bowie Falcons Youth Basketball Program. Look, we all know that the War Room family love the kids. We love the kids, just like Woo. And since you all are part of our family, we need your help on something. The Bowie Falcons are a 7U and 8U burgeoning travel basketball program in the suburban Washington, D.C. area. Please, people, show your support by donating anything you can spare to assist the program in their preparation for the 2020 summer circuit. It gets serious, even at those 7 and 8-year-old groups. All proceeds go to reserving gym time for practices, travel tournaments, local summer leagues, and summer basketball camps. So to place a donation, simply visit the front page of our website, warroomsports.com, and click on the Bowie Falcons flash ad near the top of the page. Please show your support and help the young hoopers thrive, because ball is life. All right, so back in the day, on February 13th, 1923, another basketball program was organized. And this was the first black professional basketball team, the Harlem Renaissance, also known as the Harlem Wrens. So shout out to them. We like to give a big War Room salute to this historical moment. Could have taken it back 2 days ago, because 30 years ago to the day, 2 days ago, that's when Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson the F out, and he was never the same. Definitely changed Mike's life forever, changed our lives forever. He was just never the same. He was on that path to being the greatest, and got stopped by some nut named Buster Douglas. So real quick, we gonna get into our NBA wrap about All-Star Weekend. We're just gonna give you guys our predictions of all the contests and all that. I got all the lists right here. But before we do that, you guys can check out our website at warroomsports.com. If you want to call in and speak with us about any of these NBA All-Star Weekend topics, just dial the Digital Extreme Tech hotline at 323-410-0012. Press 1 when prompted, but if you're already listening from your phone, just press 1 if you want to talk. Yes, scissor. Jim, let's get into this thing about it.
You got it, good brother?
Yeah, you about to be on your roly-poly.
You already know.
All right. I'll holler at you.
You got it. All
right. So, look, y'all, the NBA wrap is brought to you by Digital Extreme Technology. Do you or your business need a custom website? Well, for dynamic, professional, and most of all, affordable custom website solutions, you need Digital Extreme Technology. You'll need to break the bank for effective online presence, top quality, results-driven websites at incredibly affordable prices. And yes, financing options are available. So visit digitalextremetech.com or call 267-205-4203. And when you get in touch with them, be sure to let them know that the homies over at War Room Sports sent ya. Let's get into it. All right, so like I was just saying, it is All-Star Weekend, and going into the break, the NBA Players of the Week, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, and Jason Tatum. Jokic, for the week, he averaged 27.3 points, 14.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists, 2 blocks. The second place in the Western Conference, Denver Nuggets, went 3-0. last week. Now, Jason Tatum led the Celtics to a 4-0 week, averaged 29.8 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.3 blocks per game. Salute to these guys who are your NBA Players of the Week. All right, before we get into this All-Star stuff, we got a call on the line. We're going to go out to Cali, talk to the homie Rob. Rob, what's going on, man?
What's good, B? How y'all doing,
Rob,
man?
boy.
Good. How are you?
Oh, man, I know you coming
sound
to
down.
shout
You
out.
sound tired. What's up?
Huh?
You sound down. You sound tired or something. What's up?
You all right?
Oh, no, I just got assaulted by the dentist, man. So, you know, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
I'll tell you.
Protect
Dentists.
God,
They be doing that. So what's up, man? We'll talk about it real quick.
I'm good. First of all, man, R.I.P. Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Still feeling it. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Kobe. You know, EDA to freaking Miss King and whoever. That's why I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'll get my grandma to fight Miss King. Shout out to my nan. Shout out to my nan. That was her birthday.
Word to Nana.
Get his grandma to fight me.
Word to Nana 50, word up. Salute to her.
So I don't know. It might be a harder ticket to get than the Lakers, but you gonna be able to take it down the Staples Center for the memorial service on the 24th.
The 24th of this. Oh,
this month.
24th. Oh.
Yeah, that's when the Kobe and Gigi's memorial service is down in the Staples Center. They already had a private funeral for the family, but they're having the memorial for everybody at the Staples Center on the 20th.
I can try. Thanks for telling me that. I could try. I wish it was on. I can try. Actually, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna make it down there. Actually, you know what? I am gonna make it down. It's still hard because it's like my memories as a kid, and I was thinking about it. I think one of the good memories was when he was busting up the Kings. When he was busting up the Kings all those years, the Sacramento Queens, and as Shaq would say, man, and those were some good memories as a kid,
Shaq owned a piece of that team.
Yo, Rob, at that point in time, I think I was still a hater. I was still a Kobe hater, and I saw so much potential in that team. And Kobe used to just stick the knife in their heart over and over and over and over again. It wasn't nothing that Doug Christie or Doug Christie's wife could do about what Kobe was doing to them, man. He was cooking them, and Bobby Jackson was nice, but he was just too little. Yo, Kobe used to have a field day on them dudes, man. And they was a good team.
Yo, you're the second dude I talked that was actually, because one dude was actually a Kings fan. He was rooting for the Kings, and he actually became a Kobe hater the same way because because of the Kings. You know what I'm saying?
My Kobe hate goes way, way deeper than that, and way back before that. But I used to pick teams and players that I thought could usurp dude or be better. Shout out to T-Max Hoass. Like, he was one of them. He couldn't do it. Vince obviously was a trash can at one point in time. There was a lot of but the Kings specifically versus the Lakers, he was one of those that was one of those teams where Kobe just always seemed to shine on the Kings, and they were so good because they would kill everybody else. But then when they came up against him, Bobby Jackson was my guy. But Dev, you probably remember. I love Bobby Jackson. He was just too little. He was too little. He was too little.
He was one of your nondescript players.
And I'm like, he couldn't do nothing, dude. And then every time Doug Christie would guard him, Doug would be looking over and asking his wife if he could have permission to play basketball that day, so he couldn't do nothing with him. It was nothing they could do with that dude, man. Nothing.
I actually learned like what flopping was about. My dad used to from Vladi.
We don't cause trouble and we flop for everybody.
Lord, Vlad! Oh my gosh, my dude, and when shout to all the Southern Europeans and Serbians, they got love for Vladi, man. They love him.
Vladi is the only guy in the entirety of sports that I don't mind him flopping. Like, I'm a Vladi fan, even though I hate flopping because it was so entertaining, and he was so stupid and entertaining with it. I enjoyed him flopping. Like, dude was ridiculous. He was ridiculous. It was so fun.
Wait. Can I ask y'all something? By the way, is Jimmy here?
No,
he
rolled up. Dang. I wanted to ask y'all something though. What do you feel about when the Philadelphia Eagles, they didn't hire an offensive coordinator? They think it's better because it holds Doug accountable that he can't throw people under the bus, or do you think it's kind of bad that he, how y'all feel?
I think.
I mean, they playing semantics games though, because they actually hired somebody who was an offensive coordinator to be on his offensive staff, so they're basically not giving him the title. But no, I think that's legitimate though. Like, he has to be accountable for things, because bottom line is there's a certain amount of coaches in the league who call the plays and do all of that stuff anyway. So the offensive coordinator ends up being nothing but a scapegoat if things go wrong, and in the first place. So I don't really care if they don't have a title offensive coordinator running around the place. I also heard that they didn't even interview Deuce Staley for the job prior to not naming anybody to the job.
Yeah, they didn't interview.
But hey,
Deuce was in line for that, according to Rob. He was the guy.
I'm like, why even waste Deuce time in an interview if you're gonna end up going this way anyway?
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's some of the respect I don't think, like Bieniemy, that's some of the respect that I think people are lacking for him, because I think everybody who even are thinking about taking a chance on him are saying, well, we know Andy Reid to be an offensive genius. Andy Reid calls the plays. So there's a lot of people wondering what it is exactly that Eric Bieniemy is doing to deserve a head coaching job. But, like I said, there's been people before who's played under gurus, whether they're on the offensive side or the defensive side, and they still went on to get head coaching jobs. But we know what the difference is in those candidates. So that's one thing. But I don't care that they don't have a quote-unquote offensive coordinator. So
I think, honestly, Rob, when I look at that team, I think some of the play calling was a little stale and a little predictable, but not so much so that it was the reason we were the team that we were last year. I think there's a couple of other areas that you fix, and that becomes a winning team. In other words, I don't really place a lot of that season on coaching. I place it more on underperforming defense. I place a lot of it on injured personnel, right? So for us, if we were out there with everything besides a bag of bones and a pack of motorcycles, like, I think we end up in a better position. If Nelson Aguilar was out there playing with arms instead of without arms, he catches that ball. That Falcons game is a victory. There were several games that I feel we gave away where we could have been a 10-6 or 11-5 team, and it comes down to execution and effort on the players' part, particularly that defense. I think that defense should be held accountable, and I think
they should have started like 4-0.
Yeah, injuries came
beat the Lions. Should have beat the Falcons.
Falcons and Lions stand out to me explicitly. Those two games are W's, and we're not talking about Doug Peterson in that case.
And the thing we gotta remember is that come from Andy Reid coaching tree. One of the big criticizing things from Andy Reid was the big P word. He was pass happy. He was pass happy a lot of times, and he never really run the ball. When you have a guy, if you had a guy like Deuce Staley in there, that's your balance. He's gonna run that mother bleeper to the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? That's just
that's if he's granted that power. Because at the same time, what happens with a lot of head coaches, even if they're not calling the exact plays, they're on the headphones saying run it or pass it or run it or pass it. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how much power you get. Some offensive coordinators get full autonomy. They can call any play in any situation. It's on them. But, a lot of those dudes, they may come up with the play, but that's only after your head coach told you what he wants you to do. Oh, it's 2nd and 4. Let's pass it. Then he got to come up with something to get at least 4 yards. So it all depends on the level of power you get. Yeah. But Rob, we getting out of here probably a little early this evening. So we'll holler at you next week.
A little early? Dang.
Yeah, okay, we're going to cheat y'all. Okay. We ain't giving out full 2 hours today.
All right. Shout out to my Lakers. Hope we're going to rise on top. They build together. And Joel Embiid has always been a fraud. Trust the process, my behind. That's all I got to say.
Who's the better center in the league?
Who's the best center?
Okay. All
well,
right.
Well, listen. I'll take Batty Boy, Dwight Howard, and goofy ass JaVale McGee.
No, you
Are you serious?
JaVale McGee.
No, you won't. Now you getting
Wait.
There's only one other name you can say, and that's Joker. But when you talk about you're gonna say Dwight Howard, then we can't even.
No. I thought Dwight Howard was
you take Dwight Howard over Joel Embiid, then we know it's personal. It's personal.
No.
All right, you don't like him.
No. I said two cents. Not them by himself. No, not them by himself. I mean, Joel Embiid has potential, but he just doesn't.
What you're saying is you rather have those two guys on your team and in your offense than Joel as one guy. But I'm not. I'm saying I
think that's personal.
What I'm asking you is one Joel Embiid is better than one Dwight Howard at this stage of Dwight Howard's career. One Joel Embiid has always been better than JaVale McGee, period, point blank, at any stage of his career. There's never been an argument. So now, despite you not liking him, there's people, I don't like LeBron, but he's the best player in the world. Like, you can keep it objective, man. Come on, there ain't nobody better than Joel Embiid out here, whether you like him.
I mean, Joel is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy. You know, he at one point. I gotta read his book again, by the way. Go get watch the book. Go get it. You know, he was to me going to be that young legend, but it's like he cares more about being on Twitter than working on his game. Not even working on his game, just coming out aggressive, coming out nasty,
you know what? And I like Joel Embiid. I disagree with the attitude, but I agree with what you're saying. But even in all of that, I can offer criticism of him and his game and still realize he's still the best. He should. There's a lot that he should change, and even with that being said, he's still the best center in the league.
All right, we holler at you, man. We're gonna get this All-Star stuff out of the way and get out of here. So we holler at you next week. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, so yeah, NBA All-Star Week is this weekend. So, you know, me and B, we just going to give our little, I'm going to read off these lists of everybody that's in the contest. We even going to give picks on the celebrity game and the MVP of that. So we're just going to give out our predictions of who's going to be the big winners for All-Star Weekend. So let's start with the Friday night events. And like I just said, the first one is the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game presented by Ruffles. Cut the check and give me some chips. All right. So, B, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the rosters for both teams. Team Wilbon, I guess Mike Wilbon is the coach. And then you got Team Screaming A. Team Wilbon consists of Captain Common, recording artist Bad Bunny, actor-comedian Hannibal Buress, AMA award-winning artist Kane Brown, musician John Batiste, actor and comedian Alex Moffat, chef Jose Andres, famous Los, the social media comedian, Jadena, recording artist Chelsea Gray from the WNBA, and it says here NBA legend, I say FOH, Quentin Richardson, NBA good player. Quentin Richardson.
You say good player? That's debatable.
He was a good player.
At one point in time,
I didn't say very good. I said good player. All right, Team Screaming A, the captain, Chance the Rapper, Quavo, Taylor Bennett. They got a lot of rappers. LaRoyce Hawkins, actor from Chicago PD. Anthony Spice Adams, that's a boy on the internet. Cream Biggles. Do you know dude actually used to play in the NFL? I didn't know that until recently.
And he was nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Mark Lazary, co-owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Ronnie 2K, marketing director at 2K Sports. Caitlin Ohashi, a gymnast. Actor, comedian Little Rel Howery from Chicago. WNBA player Aja Wilson, and it says NBA legend, but I'm going to say NBA all right player, but not really, Darius Miles. So out of those two teams, I know you don't remember half of the people I said, but which one of these teams is going to win? Team Wilbon or Team Screaming A? And who's going to be your celebrity game MVP? Keep in mind when they do this, it's really fan vote. The fans vote for the MVP.
I'm going Screaming A, and I've seen Quavo Huncho ball. Yo, he really ain't a bum. Like, he can go a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pick Stephen A. team, and I'm gonna pick Quavo as well because, like I said, it's a popularity contest. He's in the most popular hip hop group there is right now, and there is that narrative that people say, well, Quavo can play a little bit. I think it's way overblown. I've seen him play. He's not. I guess we don't have a high bar for these guys. Like, all right, these celebrities be straight trash. He's not straight trash, but if I was in shape, I'd bust Quavo's ass.
Yeah,
so I'm looking at it like that. Maybe not in shape, I'll still bust Quavo's ass, but I'm gonna pick Quavo to get those votes and
I
win.
feel bad that we don't give Famulos a little bit more credit for his ability on a basketball court.
He can play too a little bit. Yeah.
My problem with
he
him
might be.
now, he's better.
He's not gonna get the votes though. Well,
yeah,
he's not a social media influencer though. So
he's not gonna get the votes. And one of the things about him is he's got $100 moves with 50-cent shots. So I've seen him complete a ton of stuff that makes people fall, makes people look idiotic, but then he don't drop
Oh, yeah,
shot.
I saw one recently where he made this dude slide all the way across the court on his knee, but he missed the shot, of course.
But he's good. He's good for that. So, and I often wonder why they don't go out, and maybe they haven't passed. I don't really pay attention to this game, but why don't they go out and get guys that actually can hoop? Like put Dave East and the bull from Charlotte, the Dreamville.
So they don't, you know why? Because the Rising Stars game is right after that, and they don't want to make any of them dudes look bad.
Yeah.
By having dudes in the celebrity game that might have been better.
Have you ever seen Dave East play?
Yeah, he can hoop.
He's not NBA, but he can actually really go.
Yeah, it's like Dave East, Game, even
Game can't go.
What's your man's name? Huh?
Game can't go.
I'm talking about people that can get in this game and make the game a little more interesting.
Yeah. Brian McKnight.
And even J. Cole, Brian McKnight, T.O.
That's what I was talking about. J. Cole, T.O.'s playing for a contract. He trying
Master P, former Toronto Raptor Master P. Former USC Trojan, Lil Romeo.
Yeah.
Former Mike Star, Lil Bow Wow.
Bow Wizzle.
We get some people in here to make it interesting, but
we talked enough about people that ain't.
Yeah, we stretched that way too far. All right, so also on Friday night, the 2020 NBA Rising Stars game. Of course, they're still doing the U.S. versus the world in this one. So for the U.S., the roster is Miles Bridges, Charlotte Hornets, Wendell Carter Jr. from Chicago, but he will not play. He's injured. Devontae Graham from Charlotte, Tyler Hero from Miami. He's injured as well and will not play. Jaren Jackson Jr. from Memphis, Ja Morant from Memphis, Kendrick Nunn, Miami, Eric Paschal, Golden State, Colin Sexton, Cleveland, P.J. Washington, Charlotte. Charlotte got a lot of people in here. Zion Williamson, New Orleans, and Trae Young, Atlanta. The world roster, Nickeil Alexander-Walker from New Orleans, DeAndre Ayton. He is injured and will not play. R.J. Barrett, New York. Brandon Clark, Memphis. Luka Doncic from Dallas. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City. Rui Hachimura from Washington. Nicolo Melli, New Orleans. Svi, somebody from Detroit. I can't pronounce that. Josh Okogie from Minnesota. And Moritz Wagner from Washington. Now, usually, I would, most of the time, I pick the world on this. I don't think their roster is as impressive as other years. However, they still have Luka. I don't know how much Luka's going to play because he's in the big game. But I'm going to go U.S. because I think in limited minutes, I think Trae Young is going to put on the show, and he's going to want to put on the show because Luka's over there, and they got Zion. So I'm gonna go with the U.S. on this one. I say the MVP. I would say that this would easily go to Trae Young, but I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, considering I believe he's in the 3-point contest. We'll see in a minute, but I know he's a starter in the big All-Star game. So I'm going to go with Zion Williamson, catching some oops, making it exciting, and getting the MVP on this. Who you got?
Now the joy of this world is in Zion. Zion and
Zion.
I want to see Zion and Ja on the same team, and now I get to see that. Now, with Trae Young gunning that. Now, the problem with Trae is when Trae plays like a point guard, but a lot of times Trae is trying to do his best step.
Morant seems very competitive, though. So Zion is getting a lot of shine.
Yeah.
I think Ja going to try to do a thing. However,
Ja cut
as
from that
is
Russell
everything else, I believe that the voting public has a say in who gets the MVP, so it's going to be Zion by a runaway. So that's what I got in that. All right, so let's go to All-Star Saturday night, and the first competition, All-Star Saturday night, is going to be the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, and the participants in the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, Bam Adebayo from Miami. Now, they go crazy. Like, somebody has a good year going, and they're doing more things than you thought they could do, and then you put them in the skills challenge. I'm like, come on, man. That's Bam Adebayo. But anyway, Patrick Beverly from Clippers. Spencer Dinwiddie, a.k.a. Spencer Dumlitty, as Jimmy calls him, Brooklyn. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City. Chris Middleton, Milwaukee. Derrick Rose wasn't it, but he is injured, as Derrick Rose often is. Domantas Sabonis, Indiana. Pascal Siakam, Toronto. And Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics. Who you got winning that?
I'm going to go with either Sabonis or Tatum. Tatum is a workout player. He takes a lot of everything he does, looks crispy. It just doesn't translate into him really being white mamba.
Tatum can't pass, though. So
that's a good point.
He might lose time on the passing part.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going Tatum because Sabonis can't move fast enough.
All right, I'm gonna go with Spencer Dumlitty, who actually won this competition 2 seasons ago. So I got him getting his second skills competition. But I'm saying that actually Jason Tatum won last season. So so you're banking on a repeat.
Yeah, I'm a winner.
All right, so now we go to the Mountain Dew 3-point contest, which, as Tobias stated when he called, a lot of people view as the most exciting contest of All-Star Saturday night. And, I had to explain to him, I think the drama of it is what makes it, pretty good to watch. But the participants, Davis Bertans, Washington, Devin Booker, Phoenix, Devontae Graham, Charlotte, Joe Harris, Brooklyn. Harris is the defending champ. Buddy Hield, Sacramento, Zach LaVine, Chicago, Duncan Robinson, Miami, and Trae Young, Atlanta. I'll let you go first on this one.
I am going to go with. Damn, none of these dudes are really.
I would want to go out on the limb and say Zach LaVine, but Zach strikes me more as a game shooter.
Yeah,
contest. he might be asked.
And Trae Young being in this, I'm like, for who, for what?
I think the ball rack is too close to the hoop for Trae Young to win. Like you need to move his back like 5-6 feet. He might be Splash City.
I'm gonna go with Devontae Graham.
Oh, that's out on the limb. Couple of people here. I'm looking, defending champ Joe Harris. Buddy Hield is an interesting one for me. But I think I'm gonna go chalk, even though I think the line is too short. I think Trae Young might take the basketballs from the back of the rack and shoot farther back. So I'm gonna go Trae Young. And even if he wasn't, I hope somebody gets that to him and gives him that idea. Even if he doesn't win, just put on a show by shooting a bunch of 35-footers in the three-point contest. So I'm gonna go with Trae on that one. Then we have, of course, the AT&T.
I need to put in a
dunk.
change. My change is to Duncan Robinson for the three-point contest.
Are you going one of the Miami boys?
Yeah, Duncan McLeod.
So the AT&T Slam Dunk, 4 participants in that. I don't know what the rules are going to be this year. I know they kind of change the format every other damn year, trying to make this exciting for some reason. But Pat Connaughton from Milwaukee, Aaron Gordon from Orlando, Dwight Howard, Los Angeles Lakers, and Derrick Jones Jr. from Miami. Personally, I think it's a 2-man contest. Pat Connaughton is only in this because, people think white men can't jump and he can actually dunk. But I've never seen Pat Connaughton do anything where I thought, damn, he should be in the dunk contest. Yeah. I don't think he gets that high. Maybe he'll surprise me, but I'm pretty sure he won't. So I'm eliminating him right off the door. Dwight Howard, to me, was corny when he did win it. He won the joint with a dunk where he didn't even really dunk the ball. He kind of threw it in. People think that's the great part about it, but I'm not buying it. So for me, this is between Aaron Gordon and Derrick Jones Jr. We've seen what Aaron Gordon can do in this contest in the past, but I don't think Aaron Gordon has the same bounce that he had back then. I'm going to go with Derrick Jones Jr., and it all depends on him and his level of nerves, because the first time he was in it, he showed his bounce, but, there were some misses and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if there's anybody in the league who jumps higher than Derrick Jones Jr. So he just got to get up there and get his dunks to go. Like I said, I don't know the format, so I don't know what they're going to be looking for, but that's my pick, Derrick Jones Jr. Who you got?
Yo, I wonder why you're talking so much of Aaron Gordon in this contest, bro. Aaron Gordon, and as far as not jumping that high, listen, anymore, he 24. Aaron Gordon. This is Aaron Gordon versus Aaron Gordon, and I know Derrick Jones Jr. jump high. I've never seen creativity out of him that would make me feel like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember hearing about Derrick when he was a young.
But when you jump high enough to just dunk the ball like horizontally, just laying in the air, like you don't have to be that creative. Just lay down in the air. Aaron Gordon was balling when he was sitting down. He jumped in the air and sat down on the couch and then dunked the ball.
He sat down, B.
Real quick, because we got to get out of here after one more thing. But what's the most disappointing performance you've seen from somebody in the dunk contest? Maybe somebody you expected a good performance from. Quick. Think of one. Top of your head.
Recent year, I'm Nate the Great taking 76 dunk attempts.
Yeah, he won though, even though that was Iggy got robbed. I think my most disappointed. I was disappointed in Larry Hughes just because of he was with Philly and he embarrassed us trying to act cool. But that's not who my most disappointing. My most disappointing was James White. The way he jumped. I was telling people who never heard of him before, like, this dude is going to put on a show. Like, I've watched this dude do two-hand dunks from the foul line. I've watched this dude do windmills from the foul line. He got in a dunk contest and embarrassed the whole New York City.
You know what? It's not his fault. I give him a pass. He probably is the most disappointing, but they put him in the dunk contest at 30. He ain't get in the dunk contest till 30, 31 years old. And I think in his heart of
he ain't getting the league till he was 30, 31.
He knew. He
ain't getting the league until then. He had no choice.
He didn't have what he had back in them days as a Bearcat to be able to do what he used to be able to do, but he couldn't turn it down. So he said, but he knew he couldn't fly anymore. When he was in Cincinnati, legend has it that he dunked from the key. Legend has it. My man dunked from the key, not the free throw line. From the key, went from the free throw line to game. Legend has it that he took off from the key. And I've seen him in person. My man jumps so high that if you don't hoop, you might not get this. I've seen my man jump so high that he didn't have to dribble. Like, Bull just took 2 bounces. He couldn't do anything. 2 bounces from wherever, and when he got stuck, he just jumped. It didn't even
But the funny thing is, though, B, like you're talking about how old he was, like that year was the first year that he played in over 6 games for anybody in a season. He played 57 games with the Knicks that season, even started 16 because throughout the last decade, the Knicks, we probably could have started if we were still hooping. Before that, when he was 24, he got a small run with San Antonio, 6 games, 2 starts. Didn't play the next year. He was in Turkey. Then he played in Houston when he was 26 for 4 games. Then 09-10, 10-11, 11-12. He was in Russia, Italy, and Italy. That year in New York, where he went to the dunk contest, that was his only year playing more than 6 games, and that was his last year in the NBA. So he could have made some kind of history with his little flash in the pan by winning the dunk contest. I mean, people don't look at it like they used to, but he could have done a little stuff. All right, the 69th All-Star Game. We do this real quick so we can get out of here. We thought we weren't going to give 2 hours a night, but we ended up doing it because, we got love for the game. Of course, we're doing the pickup teams. So we got Team Giannis versus Team LeBron. Team Giannis will wear number 24 in honor of Kobe Bryant. Team LeBron will wear number 2 in honor of Gigi Bryant. Here are your All-Star Game rosters for Team LeBron. You got LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic, and James Harden. Those are your starters. The reserves on Team Bron. Dame Lillard, he's injured and will not play. Devin Booker is taking his place. Ben Simmons, the Joker, Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Domantas Sabonis, and of course, like I said earlier, Devin Booker, who's taking Dame Lillard's place. Team Giannis, we got a Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Kemba Walker, and Trae Young as your starters. Reserves, Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, and Donovan Mitchell. I'll tell you one thing, Giannis is not that great of a pickup game captain. But I also think Giannis wanted to pick people who weren't going to gun him out because Giannis is probably going for that MVP. I think it's going to be hard to get because I don't know if his team can win this game, but they might. So who you got, Team Bron or Team Giannis, and who's going to be your MVP? We got to get up out of here.
Bron and Bron. Bron and Bron.
Bron and Bron, he going to do it for his brother Kobe?
Mm-hmm. Jimmy got the air and wanted to be a contrarian.
Jimmy want to give that boy Alonzo a rumble. I am going to, I want to go with Team Giannis real bad, but I just don't see it. I'm going to go with Team Bron, and I am going to say Anthony Davis will be your game MVP for the 69th Annual All-Star Game. So, all right. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us for another briefing in the War Room. Shout out to everybody in the chat room on Facebook, Twitter, War Room Sports Game Time on the GroupMe app, and all the callers who called in to chop it up with us, even the dude with the corny-ass joke. Tune in next week, live right here or on demand as we catch you up on all the sports topics for the week. So until then, enjoy NBA All-Star Weekend, the start of next week, and we'll see you right back here next time. Be sure to catch our conversations on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as our blogs, webcasts, and network podcasts on warroomsports.com. Also, make sure you pick up a copy of Jimmy's book at sportsthebook.com or warroomsports.com. Until next time, everybody, don't accept mediocrity. Be steadfast in the war against ignorance, and we'll see you chumps on top.
Know the blueprint. Every Thursday, 6 to 8, they do this. Shout out to Dev, PJ, B. Austin, Bay on replay. warroomsports.com. Get that mobile app. If not, dial 323-140012. They be going and you sensitive, then oh well. Physical podcast, let's talk sports. Showtime like magic in the block push. Listen live, push one to join in. Rip your team or listen for your enjoyment. Hip hop scholars, pit stop and knowledge. Should be in sports credits, I ain't talking college. 5 guys, no beef though. Corporate secret, but the streets know. Belafonte, I got a G flow. KC royalty, I'm in beast mode. 2 hours, get your game up. Who's the best in sportscast? You better name us. War Room Sports. Yeah, you know, Jimmy, Dev, PJ, Shot Bay, B. Austin. I'm Jock. Up and coming on the beat.
War Room Sports, www.warroomsports.com. What? Ain't no more to it.